Okay, so today is January 17th, and I have all of my peppers planted, some perennial flowers, have a little kale mixed in over there. I know kale is a cold weather crop. I'm just experimenting. I'm going to put it in the soil as soon as the soil can be worked, see how it does. Have some chamomile. But yeah, the peppers. So last year I planted the pepper seeds on February 2nd, and we didn't get a harvest for the really, really hot peppers until like August or September, maybe even October. So I wanted to get a little more of a head start this year. And so these guys got planted on January 15th, 2 days ago. We have the Tunisian bakludi pepper, the puma pepper, habanero, jalapeno, serrano, albino buenos, which is a white bell pepper. And then I planted 2 ornamental peppers just for my flower bed out front. The Chinese 5-color and the Tabasco. And then 1 sweet pepper, the pretty and sweet. So yeah, hopefully, since we have a little bit more of a head start, we'll get a sooner harvest from the hot peppers. And then I have 2 different types of Morning Glory this year. Well, they're the same type, just different colors. So I usually plant like the Grandpa Ott or the Heavenly Blue, the Carnival of Venice, just your regular run-of-the-mill Morning Glory. Well, this is the blue Picoti and the red Picoti. These are 120-day varieties. The blue is really beautiful. It's a blue flower with white lining around it. The red Picoti is like a magenta, pink, red with white lining around the flower. Really looking forward to those. But yeah, they take 120 days. And then I have some salvia, blanket flower, the Colorado blue columbine, foxglove. So those guys are perennials. I do have some chamomile here. Can't remember if it's a perennial or not. I think it is. I have some in the garden, but I wanted to plant some just in case. I didn't want to take the chance. I need some chamomile in the garden for sure. But yeah, all of these guys take at least 120 days, if not 180 days. Now we have here in Martinsburg, West Virginia, where I live, we have about 180-day growing season. It says 197 days, but that's from like April 9th to late October. I would say it's more like 180 days. April 9th is like pretty early to put anything out in the garden. I definitely would not plant all of my seeds out that early. I usually wait until May 15th, and then you're like guaranteed no frost to kill your plants. So yeah, a lot of these take up almost the entire growing season, the flowers, but the perennials, besides the morning glory. I just wanted something different in the garden this year. The morning glories I do put in hanging baskets. I don't put them in the garden. They're very invasive. They will reseed themselves. You'll be digging morning glory seedlings out of the ground for years to come. So they stay in containers. So here are the lights that I'm using. And here are the light specifications. So I used these last year to start the peppers, and they did great. The peppers, as soon as they popped up, there was light here, so they didn't get leggy. They were short, little stocky peppers, really healthy, really strong. So these did really good. My husband ordered them online. I'm not exactly sure where he ordered them, but yeah, here's all the information. And then this year, we actually have a heat mat. So this is the BN Link. This is 10 by 20 inches, 20.75 inches. So this fits this Jiffy seed tray, 72 salt seed tray. Really good, like perfect. I checked the temperature of the heat mat this morning. It's supposed to be between 70 and 85 degrees. So the end right here where I'm shining it, The end was like 85 degrees, but the center underneath was 107 degrees, so hopefully nothing cooked. So I checked the top of the soil, and it's 82 degrees Fahrenheit. It does get some heat from these lamps, so the soil's nice and warm. Last year I planted tons and tons of peppers, like 2 per cell tray, in like a 72 cell tray, and like 8 peppers came up. I think it was because the soil wasn't hot enough, wasn't warm enough. So hopefully the heat mat will help with germination. And I've been coming in, it's only been 2 days, just making sure that the soil is damp, nice and damp. And you can see here these blue columbine seeds. They're so tiny. There's little black dots, and then you can see the little orange specks. So these are foxglove seeds. You can see all those little seeds. And then over here, the chamomile, you see those little tiny specks. So when seeds are tiny like that, you don't want to bury them in the soil. You just lay them on top. And when soil dries out, the first place that it dries out is at the top. So I've been having to come in here and make sure that the top of the soil for these little pepper-sized seeds stays moist so that they'll germinate. There is a dome. This tray that I got, by the way, it was $5.78 at Walmart. It's the Jiffy. It comes with the 72 cell tray, the bottom tray, and then the humidity dome. So this tray did come with a humidity dome, which helps keep your plants moist. But I have the lights down so low to make sure that they get hit when they germinate so they don't get leggy. And the dome just doesn't fit over top of this without hitting the lights and without hitting the labels that I have here. So this is my little setup. I have a little humidity thing here. I don't know what I don't know how much humidity the plants are supposed to have. I don't even know why I have this here. I don't know anything about that. My husband smokes cigars, and he has them for his humidor, his cigar humidor. So I just stuck one here. I need to read about that, probably. But yeah, I've been coming in here, spraying the top of the soil, just giving it a little bit of water. And this is what I've done for 3 years. Everybody says to water it from the bottom, to just put water in this tray and let it suck up through the soil. But I don't like doing that because I can't tell, like I need the top of this to get wet because those seeds are on top. I don't know how much water to put in this tray to make sure that the top of the soil gets wet without having a bunch of water left over in the tray, just creating mold and bacteria. So I've been watering them overhead ever since I've been starting seeds, and they've been fine. I make sure the soil is packed down enough in each cell to ensure that when I do water it, it doesn't jostle the seed around and make the seed fall to the bottom. I pack it pretty tight. As you can see, this is like packed pretty tight. Not too tight, but yeah, so when I water it, the soil doesn't move around too much, and it's always worked fine for me. I'll probably never do bottom watering. But yeah, here is the little setup, and I'll do another video when we have some plants pop through the soil.